एक्सेलेंसीज, इस साल के समिट का थीम ब्रिक्स पार्टनरशिप फॉर ग्लोबल स्टेबिलिटी। एक्सेलेंसीज, आतंकवाद आज विश्व के सामने सबसे बड़ी समस्या है। हमें यह सुनिश्चित करना होगा कि आतंकवादियों को समर्थन और सहायता देने वाले देशों को भी दोषी ठहराया जाए और इस समस्या का संगठित तरीके से मुकाबला किया जाए।
Asserting that terrorism is the biggest problem facing the world, Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday said there is a need to ensure that countries supporting and assisting terrorists are held guilty in an oblique reference to Pakistan. Addressing a summit of the BRICS grouping via video conferencing, Modi also said that there was a need to tackle the problem of terrorism in an organized manner. The 12th BRICS summit, hosted by Russian President Vladimir Putin, was also attended by Chinese President Xi Jinping, Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro, and South African President Cyril Ramaphosa. BRICS is known as the influential bloc that represents over 3.6 billion people, or half of the world population, and it has a combined GDP of $16.6 trillion. In his address, Modi also underlined the need for reform of the United Nations Security Council as well as multilateral bodies like World Trade Organization and the International Monetary Fund. Hello everyone and welcome back for another interesting session of the defense updates provided by SSB Crack Exams. I am Hemant and I am here to discuss some of the most important updates regarding today and all of the important issues that are related towards our country and in the abroad. Beginning with that, the SSB Crack Exams is India's largest, most preferred online defense exams preparation portal. If in case you are preparing for various defense examinations like NDA, CDS, AFCAT, INET, Territorial Army, IAF, Airman Group X and Group Y, and also the Central Armed Police Force Assistant Commandant's examination, I highly recommend you to download our Android app from Google Play Store so that our important courses will be very helpful for your examination preparation. We had a lot of important study material, lecture content, sample practice questions, quizzes, sample exercises, and also the mock tests are provided for your examination preparation. You can even follow us on all sort of social media platforms which will be very helpful for your examination preparation. Beginning with the question of the day that I have asked on 17th of November 2020, and the question that I asked was, which Indian naval warship's crest depicts the gateway entrance to INS Angre? I repeat, which Indian naval warship's crest depicts the gateway entrance to INS Angre? And the correct answer for this particular one is INS Mumbai, as answered by you people. It is the third of the Delhi class guided missile destroyer, and this particular ship's crest, it depicts the gateway entrance to INS Angre, and it is named in an honor of the Admiral Kanoji Angre, who is the Admiral of the Indian Navy, the former Admiral. And this is a very important one. This gateway has a watchtower with 3 lookout posts, as you can see, and it has 2 ghurabs or grabs that are mentioned on left and on the right. They are depicted on either side of the fort in the important crest. They signify the seafaring traditions of the Marathas. The builder of INS Mumbai is Mazagon Dock Limited, and it was commissioned into the Indian Navy on 22nd of January 2001. Motto of INS Mumbai, it can be written here, you can see here properly. It can be, it is at Aham Prayaptam Vidametesham Balam. I repeat, the motto is Aham Prayaptam Vidametesham Balam, which can be translated into English as I am invincible. Okay, so that is it regarding INS Mumbai. Now let us begin with the first and foremost important defense update, and that is regarding the BRICS live updates. And regarding that, the Narendra Modi speech has been very strategic one. He has addressed the BRICS summit in a very proper way. He mentioned about the need to reform the United Nations Security Council. He also said about how the World Trade Organization and also the International Monetary Fund have to change their ways so that the current security scenarios and the way the people around the country, across the country, are being subjected to humiliation in various particular ways. He also highlighted the reform initiatives that are undertaken by the government under Self-Reliant India campaign, and the most of his speech was regarding the nation supporting terrorists that must be held guilty. This was in indirect reference towards Pakistan. And this particular this is the 12th BRICS summit. It is held hosted by Russian President Vladimir Putin. We have to remember that in the next year, that means in the year of 2021, India will take over the chairmanship of the BRICS, Okay, so the India will be the BRICS chairman. As of now, Russia is the chairman. So we have to understand and remember. And he gave a very detailed explanation about how terrorism is very causative agency that is being very much responsible in completely desecrating and deteriorating the economies across the world. Okay. So that is it regarding this important update. Going through with the next important one is regarding that the Larsen and Toubro, which is a important private conglomerate, it delivers booster segment for Gaganyaan's GSLV Mark III rocket to ISRO. Okay, so what is this particular one? It is the rocket segment, the booster segment that we can say. This is regarding the geosynchronous satellite launch vehicle. So this is the middle segment, and this is considered to be the world's third largest solid propellant rocket booster. Okay, so it is the world's third largest solid propellant rocket booster. It is named as S200. Remember this particular one, and it has been delivered ahead of schedule with zero defects. It has been delivered by Larsen and Toubro towards ISRO, and this is being used in the Gaganyaan mission. And Gaganyaan is that particular mission, that India's flagship mission, wherein which we attempt to send our astronauts towards space, and this is a key component of Gaganyaan, the launch vehicle for India's planned human flight program despite all COVID-19 restrictions. Going through with the next update is regarding India successfully test firing the quick reaction surface to air missile, second time in the 4 days. First time, when was it conducted? I gave you the complete details regarding that particular update on November of 14, that I have said that the first QRSAM test was conducted on November of 13. So the second QRSAM was conducted on 17. November of 17 is the second time when it is conducted, and it was conducted yesterday afternoon around 3:42 p.m. from the integrated test range at Chandipur in Odisha. It was carried out against high performance jet unmanned aerial target Banshee, as like the previous one also, which can simulate an aircraft. So it completely shot the Banshee target, and it was very clear that this particular one is a very proper and appreciable update from the DRDO. Going through with the next important one is regarding that the Japanese Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga had an agreement with the Australian Prime Minister. Both of them have signed a very important agreement. They have signed a very important military pact. And what is that particular military pact? That is reciprocal access agreement. Remember what is it? It is a reciprocal access agreement. This is a legal framework to allow their troops to visit each other's countries and conduct joint training and joint operations. Understanding? So both of these nations are conducting joint training and operations. So this is a very strategic update. Yoshihide Suga also addressed the news during a press conference, and we have to understand that when did they both sign this particular agreement? Now that Australian Prime Minister, Scott Morrison, he is visiting Tokyo in these days. So in this particular visits, he signed very important agreements, and among all of them, a reciprocal access agreement is considered to be a very strategic agreement that improves the defense ties and the bilateral ties. And a very strong agreement between Australia and Japan will be a clear indication about deteriorating and a very clear message to China that it has to reduce its significance in the Indian Ocean region and also in the Indo-Pacific, which is illegal itself. Okay, and also it is also very good and clear reference in maintaining the completely rules-based international order in the South China Sea region also. Going through with the next important one is regarding that the Pakistan has deployed additional forces along LOC. We have got a very recent update that in Diwali we have retaliated the ceasefires. Because Pakistan has a very important habit, we have to say that it has a very distressing habit that you have to consider, that whenever India has any festivals being going on, before the festivals, Pakistan fires along the line of control, and some of the soldiers have to give their lives every time. So this time India did not keep quiet. It has also given a befitting response back towards Pakistan, and we can see those videos as the Diwali gift that they have given towards the Pakistan for its wrong measures that are being taken along the line of control. Around 7 to 8 Pakistani soldiers were killed and 10 to 12 were injured after Indian army retaliating the ceasefire violations that are done by Pakistan along LOC. And when was it done? It was done on November of 13. According to Indian army, after this particular one, the Pakistani people, they got a little bit terrified and they completely increased their forces along the LOC. The Pakistani army bunkers, fuel dumps, launch pads, all of them have destroyed in the previous ceasefire. So they have completely increased their presence so that they keep their border secure. But we have to understand that whatever measures they are taking, unless and until they follow the proper rules and regulations, nobody can spare them from Indian army. Now we will have a very quick review by going through some of the most important questions, and the first and foremost question is S-200, which is the missile segment of the solid rocket propellant booster of Gaganyaaan's GSLV Mark III rocket, is made by which private company? Okay, so this particular one, the solid propellant rocket booster, the middle segment, it is made by which private defense company? It is made by the Larsen and Toubro Defense. Going through the next question is Gaganyaaan's GSLV Mark III rocket is world's dash solid propellant rocket booster. It is the world's which largest? It is the world's third largest solid propellant rocket booster. Going through with the next question is, where did India successfully test fire the quick reaction surface to air missile for the second time? It has fired at the same place in Chandipur in Odisha. Going through with the next question is, Japan recently signed which military pact with Australia? Okay, is it reviewed access approval or communications and compatibility or reciprocal access agreement or shared geospatial integrity? The correct answer for this particular one is option C, the reciprocal access agreement. Okay, this has been signed by both the Prime Ministers Yoshihide Suga and Scott Morrison, while the Prime Minister of Australia, Scott Morrison, is on a visit to Tokyo in Japan. Going through with the next and the final question is, who is the Prime Minister of Australia? As I've said, option A, the Scott Morrison, he is the Prime Minister of Australia. Mention in the comment section who is Marise Payne, who is Matthias Cormann, who is Christian Porter. Now we will have the question of the day, and the question of the day for today is, on 13th of February 2006, during which submarine's deployment in Visakhapatnam under the Eastern Naval Command, the then President of India became the first Indian head of state to sail in a submarine? I repeat the question. On 13th of February 2006, during which submarine's deployment in Visakhapatnam under the Eastern Naval Command, the then President of India became the first Indian head of state to sail in a submarine? The answer for this particular question and the details regarding this particular one I will be giving you in the next session. Until then, stay tuned to SSB Crack Exams, subscribe to our channel, download our Android app from Google Play Store, stay safe, stay healthy, always be confident. Jai Hind.